Sometimes the ancient history of the Oregon coast is staring right at you along Highway 101. At other times, it's looking up at you from under a layer of pavement, where the artifacts of indigenous people were carelessly covered over by a burgeoning tourism industry in the last century. Periodically along these shores, an out-of-place blob of white stands out here or there. If you look more closely, you'll see it's made up of tiny, bleached white bits. These are often shell middens, piles of discarded shells from edible seafood left behind by native coastal dwelling tribes. Sometimes they are thousands of years old. These sites are typically located near the shoreline and are composed of discarded shells, along with other artifacts such as tools, bones, and fire pits. They provide invaluable insights into the daily lives, diet, and cultural practices of these ancient communities. Neptune Beach and its surrounding areas boast several significant shell midden sites. These sites offer archaeologists a unique opportunity to study the history of the region's indigenous inhabitants. On the west, the Oregon coast is bordered by the North Pacific Ocean. Offshore waters are marked by pronounced coastal upwelling, which brings nutrient-laden deep ocean waters to the surface. This upwelling supports a relatively rich marine food chain, starting with marine zooplankton and phytoplankton and culminating in whales and humans. In the early 1800s, the Oregon coast was occupied by a diverse array of Native American tribes. Prior to European contact, Northwest Coast peoples relied predominantly on fishing, hunting, gathering, and trading for sustenance. The Oregon coast sometimes has been viewed as something of a cultural backwater, an eddy in the swirling current of North Pacific culture. There are those who think that little of historical importance ever happened here. This was the view of many early scholars about the nature of Oregon coast prehistory and ethnohistory. In part, such perceptions may be related to the lack of knowledge about the antiquity and nature of cultural developments along the Oregon coast. The discovery of shell middens in this area has provided invaluable insights into the lives of the indigenous people who once inhabited these shores. The shell middens are a fascinating glimpse into ancient history, as well as the not-so-pleasant mistakes settlers made here 100 years ago. Sometime in the early 1900s, as Oregonians started building roads on the coast, constructors discovered something interesting while building part of the road between Newport and Siletz Bay. One new section ran over a crumbled mound of shells, and by accident they found out this made a better, stronger road. Numerous other roads along the coastline were made using this material, which was just lying around many of the nearshore areas. They became building material for the advent of pre-World War I tourism. It's unknown exactly when the practice stopped. All over the Oregon coast, there are streets bearing the names of Shell Street because of the material used in their construction. The study of shell middens in Neptune Beach has contributed significantly to our understanding of the region's prehistory. Next time you're traveling along the Oregon coast, take a moment to visit Neptune Beach and reflect on its rich and complex history. If you have any suggestions for future Oregon adventures you'd like to see, then why not add a comment down below? Before you go, if you like this video and learned something new, please give a thumbs up and click on the like button. If you don't want to miss any upcoming videos, then please remember to click on the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching.